Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my subscribers lesson. Today is Sunday, and our local time is 6:56 a.m., which is the UK time. Once again, I'm with another subscribers lesson. Its topic is cue card. Okay. Hello, Jenna. Welcome. Good morning.
Actually, good afternoon here.
Good afternoon. So, how are you doing today?
I'm sort of tired, but I took a nap,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm good.
Are you also busy on weekends, like Saturdays and Sundays?
Yes.
Okay. How do you spend your free time, Jenna?
I usually just watch SNS, like um, Instagram or YouTube, or just take a nap.
Mm-hmm. That's a good way to relax as well.
um, I think that's all.
Okay. If you remember, today we will explain a little bit about complex sentence,
hmm
and then we'll go to cue card, and
hmm
after that we'll start the speaking task 3.
Wow.
But have you got any questions from our previous classes?
Actually, about the class time, I have something in Saturday. So if you can change the class time,
Okay. Honestly speaking, Jana, the class times are set by the system.
okay.
Once you start taking the lesson on time,
Uh-huh.
it should be the same time. Is it the next Saturday you have got
Uh,
problem?
yeah.
Okay. The only thing I can do is for you that maybe if you can message me, I can take the class like by calling. That's the only way. But I don't
Ah.
know if the system allows it or not. Okay.
Oh, actually, this class is the last time for me, I think.
Let me check. I don't think that you start. This is your fourth lesson, so
Yeah.
you've got 4 more. So it is 8 in a month. With one
Ah,
subscription, totally 8 lessons.
actually, I am doing by like free trial thing.
Oh, is it? Oh, I was not aware of it. Okay.
So, uh
So would you like to go for a paid subscription then?
yeah,
it's it's
maybe.
it's after you. You know what happens basically in Saturday, Sunday. I've got 2 times. One is
Mm-hmm.
5:30 my time,
Mm-hmm.
another is this time,
Wow,
So
that's too early.
yeah, you know what happened? It was 6:30 basically previously, and it was 8 o'clock because in during
Uh-huh.
the winter our time goes back an hour. So
Yeah.
automatically the 8 o'clock's time has gone to 7, and 6:30 has gone to 5:30, and I was not able to change
Wow.
because two of my students are already there. They said, "Teacher, this is the only time I can join you. If you change the time, I'll not be
Oh,
able to join." And then I thought, okay, let's sacrifice for them.
wow.
Okay.
Wow.
And another problem is that because on Saturdays I'm in on call. I work for the healthcare sector. So on call
Mm-hmm.
means if they call me, then I have to go
Mm-hmm.
to my work. So most of
Uh-huh.
the times they call me like maybe 8:30 to go to the
Mm-hmm.
work, and then I have to
Mm-hmm.
start the work.
Ah.
Otherwise, I could have started another time after this time, not 7, maybe 8, another one.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Or I can enjoy the previous
5:30,
class.
5:31.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can join there if you want to.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
great. So today let us start discussing compound sentence. So hang on a second, making it a bit bigger for you so that we can see
Okay.
clearly.
Thank you.
So i- if you can please read it, then I think it will be better for you.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, a compound sentence is made up of two independent clauses. Now we need to understand what does the clause mean.
Clauses.
Joined by coordinating conjunctions. Okay. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm sure you know what is conjunction is a kind of parts of speech.
Mm-hmm.
And clause means when a part of word or part of a sentence makes a complete sense. We call it
Mm.
clause. Okay. In
Mm-hmm.
independent means the sentence is not related to any other, meaning. If I give you example, I think it will be clear. So a compound sentence has two parts. It should be joined by a conjunction like these are the conjunction like for, and, nor,
Mm-hmm.
but, or, yet, or so, and
Mm-hmm.
by a comma or by semicolon.
Mm-hmm.
Say that this is the example. The pirate captain lost a treasure map, but she still found the buried treasure. Now look at this sentence. It has been connected with the word but,
Mm-hmm.
and this first part, the pirate captain lost her treasure map, is a complete sentence, and she still found the buried treasure is another complete sentence.
Mm-hmm.
So in simplified way, compound sentences are those when with the help of any conjunction words, two complete ideas are connected in one sentence.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Look at this. These are amazing examples. I want to lose weight, yet I eat chocolate daily.
Ooh, that's me, maybe.
Now, this is just an example. Okay, it could be anyone. It's me as well. I don't have any problem in eating chocolates. Okay.
I have in here.
Okay, I didn't know that. So you better be careful, eh? Okay, the next one is Michael did not like to read. She was not very good at it. Okay. Now, if you want to make it a
Mm-hmm.
complex sentence, how do you make it? This is a task for you, simple task.
Michael did not like to read. She was not very good at it. Because?
Yes, very good. High five for because she was not very good at it. So let's copy and make it a complete sentence.
Okay.
Because she was not good at it. And remember, we have to use either semicolon or comma,
Mm-hmm.
because use comma is, and it should be lowercase or small letter. She was not very good at it. So why do we have this complex sentence? That is $1 million question. It is found that honestly, Jana, and speaking and writing, when we use complex sentence, we
Mm-hmm.
can express better than using simple sentence, because you're comparing
Mm.
two ideas, two things together in the same sentence.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and hang on a second. And also, it in IELTS exam, there is some marking criteria that if you use compound sentence or complex sentence, you get better marks than other people. That's why I always suggest our learners to use complex sentence to get good marks in
Mm-hmm.
writing as well as in speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
so the next example, let me see.
Dr. Mark said I could come to his office.
But is it a complex sentence or compound sentence? What do you think?
No.
It is not. Yes, because there is no two concepts. It's simply
Mm-hmm.
this type of sentence we call simply statement or a positive sentence or a declarations.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and next one, my favorite sport. Look at the spelling, favorite. It's an American spelling. In British spelling, there should be U.
You. Yeah.
Favorite sport is skiing. I'm
Mm-hmm.
vacationing in Hawaii this winter. How do you make it a compound sentence, this one?
My favorite sport is skiing. I am vacationing in Hawaii this winter. Maybe so.
Mm-hmm. By which word?
Um, my favorite sport is skiing.
Mm-hmm. Comma. Let us use comma first. And remember, we have this
Mm-hmm.
comma or
Comma.
comma. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What should you use now? Think of it. Which will connect these both sentences? Is it but? Is it so? Is it though?
So.
So, yes. So is the appropriate word in this case. So,
Mm-hmm.
I'm vacationing in Hawaii this winter.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you take this pattern, you can make more sentences. Like you can say, my favorite hobby is reading. So, I like to get books from the local library. Or you can say,
Mm-hmm.
I like to read books from online.
Mm-hmm.
Or some people say, my favorite hobby is watching movies in Netflix. So, I'm a member of Netflix. Okay. Or maybe you can say, my favorite movie is watching YouTube videos. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll download, or maybe I watch from there freely. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, next example, I like coffee, Mary likes tea. This simple compound sentence.
Mm-hmm.
How can you make it compound sentence? There are two concepts here. I like tea, sorry, I like coffee, Mary likes tea. Or like I can say, I like lollipop, Jana likes chocolate.
That's true.
Okay, now remember that the main idea of connecting two compound sentences is conjunction, and we have to always choose the correct conjunctions.
Mm-hmm.
So when to choose the conjunctions? What kind of conjunction you have to choose?
Oh, sorry. I have
You had a call?
Someone is calling me, so
Okay, respond it. That's okay. I can wait.
okay, thank you.
Welcome back.
Did you hear my voices?
Hmm?
Like Korean? Did you?
No, when you went to accept the call, actually, I was reading a paragraph, so I didn't notice that you are back so quickly. I thought it might take a couple of minutes more. No, no worries. You're back on time. That's fine.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so hang on a second. Let me make it a little bit bigger. So I've got a question for you. Simple question though. When you wake up every morning, what is the
Mm-hmm.
first thing you do?
Going to bathroom.
After that?
After that, I shower, take a shower,
Mm-hmm.
and brush my teeth,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe check my schedule.
Okay. Did it ever happen that you had to change your schedule or schedule in British English
Mm-hmm.
depending on your situation?
Yes.
Okay. So do you know backup plan or contingency plan?
Backup plan. But usually I have my own schedule, like just doing study or meeting my friends.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't have to be like backup plans.
Okay. But because you're controlling everything by yourself, you don't have any problem. But when
Mhm.
you're a part of an organization, you see very
Mhm.
often things do not go the way it should go.
Yeah.
Then in that case, we say backup plan or contingency plan in a very standard
Mhm.
word. That alternative plans you have to go for,
Mhm.
and you should be prepared for that. So if it doesn't
Mhm.
happen, what should I do? If my problem is not resolved, like you're in a problem, but it should be resolved. But if it doesn't, what you have to do? Now you have to think in a different way in that case.
Mhm.
Okay? I just asked you to
Mhm.
know about your this backup plan only. Okay, so let's come back to compound sentence. Like I like
Okay.
coffee, Mary likes tea. Now, if you're making it compound sentence, I like coffee,
Mhm.
comma, and Mary likes tea.
Yeah, let's see.
Okay, but here this sentence can be done in a different way as well. We can use
Oh.
but as well. Okay, instead of and,
Yeah.
remember if you use but,
But.
that's also okay. We
Mhm.
so we are going to explain when we have to use and, when we have to use but or other words. Okay, like Mary went to
Mhm.
work, John went to the party, I went home. Look now, three concepts here.
Okay.
And look at this way, they have connected. Mary went to work, but John went to the party, and I went home.
Mhm.
So when there are more than two concepts, in that case, you can use but or and.
Mhm.
Okay, another example, our car broke down. We came last. Now, if you remember, we said that we can use semicolon. If you use semicolon, then we don't
Mhm.
have to use any conjunction at all. Look at this example.
Oh.
And that's the rule. If you are using semicolon, you don't need to use any conjunctions like so, but, although, etc.
Okay.
We have to remember that if you're writing or if you're speaking,
Mhm.
so you have to follow this rule as well if you have to use semicolon.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, what are the coordinating conjunctions we explained earlier? In fact, there are only 7 of them.
Mhm.
It is called, in English, there is a term called fanboys. You see?
Fanboys. Yeah.
Yeah, not the Backstreet Boys. Eh? All right. Fanboys is F for, A for and, N for
Mhm.
no, B for but, A for Y for yet, S for so. To remember it
Mhm.
quickly, fanboys, and you know these words already. Okay.
Mhm.
The common of these coordinating conjunctions are and, but, and or. These are the most commonly used. And, but, and or in that order.
Mhm.
Note that a comma must come before the coordinating conjunction except when the clauses are short, in which case the comma is optional. So we're going to give more examples. And conjunction is the most common conjunction. It has several uses. We use and to join two clauses that have equal value, like London is in England and Rome is in Italy.
Mhm.
Okay. We use and to join two clauses when the second clause happens after the first clause. For example, there was a big bang and the lights went out. Okay, I'll ask you to give an one example for this one, the first part and second part. This one, why we use and to join two clauses that have equal value, which means when they're trying to give you the similar kind of conception, like you can say, uh, I'm bringing you an example, yeah, Jana, like Jana likes
Mhm.
chocolate and I like too. You see, because it's the same value. I like chocolate and you like
Mhm.
chocolate.
Mhm.
And also you may say that Jana likes chocolate, but I like ice cream. You can use but in that case. But if you have to use and, Jana likes ice cream and I like ice creams too. You see? So we use and
Yeah.
when it has got similar types of expression, concept, or value. We use and to join two clauses when something happens one after another. Like in today's live streams, I have come first and Jana has joined later. You see? This is another real life example. So I had to start the live stream first, then you have joined. Clear?
Okay.
So would you like to give me any example of any of these two from your own understanding, own concept? Hi, Monica. Thank you very much for the donation. I'll see you in the class. She's another student from Panama,
Oh.
South America. One example, please, Jana,
With and.
with and, yeah.
Okay. Um. Hmm. I like money.
You like money? Everyone likes
Yeah.
it. Okay.
And everyone likes it.
And everyone likes, yeah, that's a very good example. People say that money is sweeter than honey.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, and so that is similar value. And how about this one? We use and to join two clauses, which is two sentences, when the second sentence happens after the first sentence. Like there is a big bang and the light went out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me give you another amazing example. Like
Mm-hmm.
there was an earthquake and building fell down after that. So earthquake happened first and the building collapsed or fell down.
Mm-hmm.
And you can say like this, I was late this morning and I missed my class, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can say, I was late to arrive at the train station and I missed the train.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, that's right. One sentence is followed by another sentence, but there is a sequence that something should be happening
Mm-hmm.
first, then
Mm-hmm.
another sequence or another incidents happen, and we use and in that case. Would you like to give an example? I have given you three, for examples already, Jana.
Okay. Hmm. Um, um, there was a fire and the firefighter came.
Great example. Congratulations for this. High five, five. There is a fire
Yay.
and the firefighter came afterward. Great. Okay, let me go quickly because first half an hour we are going to explain this. Then after half an hour, this speaking task 3 we are going to discuss. Okay, then
Okay.
next and these two clauses when the second clause is a result of the first clause. Oh, that's very easy.
Mm-hmm.
That means the second sentence is always the result of first sentence. Hang on a second. This example is like this, very easy peasy. Like he went
Mm-hmm.
to bed early and the next day he felt better. Or you can say he went to bed late and next day he couldn't wake up, for example.
Yeah.
It happens to me very often, sometimes if I'm late, I cannot wake up in early in the morning.
Oh.
Okay, and we use but when introduce a clause that contrasts. That means when it changes its meaning. Remember, this
Mm-hmm.
is very important. We use but when the concepts or the meaning has changed. Like Mary ran fast, but she couldn't catch John. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So once again, remember we use but when the meaning or the second part is totally changing. Like
Mm-hmm.
I started my classes earlier, but I couldn't pay attention, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's a
Mm-hmm.
different concept. Eye classes and attention is something different.
Mm-hmm.
Can you please give me one example with but so that we can move quickly?
But okay. Mm, I was going to diet, but I eat a lot.
Ah, that's right. And I know that you do that, Jana. Okay, great, good examples. Now, or American or you say or in British English is or simply R is silent.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Remember I explained in British English and most of the cases we do not pronounce R except the
Mm-hmm.
R is at the beginning of a word
Oh.
or the R is in between two vowel sounds. We
Mm.
have to pronounce R definitely. Otherwise it will be meaningless. Like my name, you cannot say Ahat, yeah? It's R should be there. Similarly, run,
Ah.
river, roast, okay?
Uh-huh.
All the R should be pronounced because there is R at the beginning. But there is
Mm.
R like or, pharmacy, marketing, mother, sister,
Mother.
brother,
Yeah.
water, Harry Potter. No R is there. Okay? And we use or to join alternative clauses. Alternative, do you know the meaning of alternative?
Yeah.
It's like a different, totally different concept with
Mm-hmm.
a question mark. Like, will Mary go, or will John go,
Mm-hmm.
or you can say, will I be there first, or will you be there first,
Mm-hmm.
or you can say in a positive way, I'll do the job, or you will do the job. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
it's almost similar meaning, but um, we say it alternative way. That means if I don't do it, you will do it. Okay, that is the
Yeah.
alternative meaning concept. And in medical science, we use this and in dosages. In many medications, we have to take alternative days. So we advise to the
Yeah.
patients take this capsule alternative days. And sometimes they don't
Mm-hmm.
understand that. We say take this capsule today, give a off day tomorrow, and take day after tomorrow, and follow on 1 day off, 1 day on. This is called
Mm-hmm.
alternative.
Mm-hmm.
So can you please give a quick example about or?
Um. Or. Um.
Okay, a good example for you. Jana said, "I'll eat chocolate, or I'll take your chocolate." For
No
example,
way. My precious one.
yes. So remember, we use or as an alternative solutions because if you don't give me
Mm-hmm.
your chocolate, okay, I'll eat your chocolate, yeah, or his chocolate.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Clear? We use nor when it's a
Mm-hmm.
negative concept, similar pattern but negative. With
Mm-hmm.
the nor, the conjunction to join two alternative clauses like neither Mary never wrote
Mm-hmm.
the letter, nor did she call. You see, when
Mm-hmm.
it's a negative concept, always we use nor for the negative concept. That is
Mm-hmm.
the fact here. All right,
Very
or you can say
important.
like, oh, Jana did
Important.
Jana didn't eat the chocolate, nor her friend Sheena, for example.
Mm-hmm.
So we use nor what is uh, when two words, I mean two sentences are there, meaning negative
Mm-hmm.
concept in both cases. And I'm sure you know that neither nor, either or, there is another
Mm-hmm.
expressions in grammar like
Yeah.
either John has done the job or Jim has done it, or neither John
Mm-hmm.
has done the job or not Jim has done it. Negative concept. Similarly, it is here, same concept. Okay,
Okay.
and we use for when it is a direct result, and we use for in tenses as well. If you remember, like I have been doing this job for half an hour.
Mhm.
Okay, I've been learning English for 20 years, for example.
Ooh.
It's a total duration of time. Like he felt cold
Yeah.
for it was snowing. It is
Ooh.
it's very unrare use, it is rare use, for remember that. Most of the cases we use but or so. We hardly use for.
Mm.
Remember that. It is just for your
Mhm.
understanding. I've given the example. He felt cold
Okay.
because it was raining. We use most of the cases. But it,
Mhm.
it can be used as a for.
Uh.
Okay, yet. The yet conjunction is similar to but, you see. It
Mhm.
means something like but at the same times. Like but nevertheless, but in spite of this, as with but, there is no contrast. There is a contrast. I'm sorry, not no contrast. Hang on a second. I'm reading wrongfully. My bad, yeah? My apology. Uh, but there is a contrast between the clauses. For example, I have known him for a long time, yet I have never understood him. That is a very
Mhm.
good sentence, though, especially for the
Mhm.
friends. Okay, I have known him for a long time, but yet I've never understood him. As you can see, it can be replaced by but as well. If you use but, it has got a similar meaning.
Mhm.
Or if you can use but nevertheless, or in spite of this as
Mhm.
well.
Mhm.
Okay, we use so conjunction like therefore and for this reason. Okay, these are the most examples. Okay, the only thing you have to remember that after this, if you use semicolon, we don't have to use any of the conjunctions. That is the
Okay.
greater part of. Let me be a little bit more.
Mhm.
Semicolon. Some example like this. He studied very little. Semicolon. He failed his exams. The sky is cloudy. It's going to rain. Ram cut the grass. Ati trimmed the hedge. Tara washed. Okay, so that is the concept of using compound sentence. Let's move on.
Mhm.
Let's move on to the today's speaking task 3. Are you ready, Jen?
Ooh.
2 and 3 together. We'll do both together. It will be
Okay.
much better for you.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, there are a few amazing topics. You can change the topic if you want
Mhm.
to, because it's only for the practice. But in the real life, we can't change the topic. No way.
Yeah.
Okay. First topic would be for the cue card.
Mhm.
Describe a place you visited on vacation.
Vacation.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just writing there. Give me a quick moment.
Whew.
So I'm giving questions for you so that it is easier.
Mhm. Thank you.
You could do the same, by the way. Where it is? Where is this vacation place? That means
Mhm.
where it is, when you went there. Oops, not two twice.
Mhm.
When you went there. Number 3 would be, what did you do there? Did you go alone?
Mhm.
So did you go alone?
You go alone.
You can go with your friends, family. That's the
Yeah,
question.
yeah.
What did you do there? What did you do there? And why did you go there? Okay, we said it. Number 2 is there. Okay, and any any specialty of this place? Specialty. So when you're describing specialty, then you can say like weather. You can describe, yeah. Uh, Attractions like it is a museum, for example, or
Mm-hmm.
maybe you can say it's a sewage, or maybe you can say
Mm-hmm.
it's surfing, bungee
Mm-hmm.
jumping, or food,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe culture, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
etc. I've just given clue what you can explain. Any specialty of this, sorry, specialty of your of that area, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, or any other information. Last question. Oops, information. Okay, so Jana, take 1 minute to think of this question.
Okay.
Then I'm going to check the timing.
Okay.
Remember, it's a real life test. Your pass and fails depends on this test today. Show your best presentation skill with grammar, vocab, and good pronunciation.
Oh my gosh.
If other people can do that, you can do it. If I can do that, you can do it. Always be positive and always be
Mm-hmm.
brave enough. Okay.
Okay. Thank
But
you.
but one thing is to not get nervous. Yeah, this is the important part.
Yeah. Right. Hmm.
Ready? Your 1 minute is gone.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's too fast.
Yes, when you think about time, time goes quickly. That's
Yeah. When I speaking, it time is really slow.
that's right. It is. That's why Einstein has greatest theory of relativity. One thing happens comparing relatively is faster or slower depending on your condition, the way you think, the way
Yeah.
you utilize it. Okay.
Okay.
If you tell me ready, then I'll start counting down from my stopwatch. Remember that you need to talk at least 2 minutes. You can speak more as long as you want to.
Sure.
Speak
Okay.
10 minutes, that's fine. It will be helpful for you to developing your confidence, your fluency, your pronunciation, your grammar, your presentation, your communication skills. It is not only for the IELTS exam, it is for the rest of your life. If you become a like
Mm-hmm.
very famous person, you need to take interviews sometimes. You need to do it
Yeah.
for your fellow people, yeah, to run the business. Great. Ready?
Great.
Ready,
Okay.
steady, go.
I went to America 5 years ago, and I took a plane alone for like 8 hours, more than 8 hours, and I met friends and my family. Um, it there I went a lot of attractions like Washington D.C. and the White House and museums. Uh, I went to one museum. It called American Museum, and it shows a lot of slave story, and it makes me feel bad, but it shows uh, a lot of African Americans uh, history. So I learned a lot of them. So was so I took a fun time in there. And once um in New York, I went downtown. It there, I ate pizza. It was so delicious, and my friend said New York pizza is uh, especially special because the New York's water is really special, so it tastes special.
Mm-hmm.
Is it? I think that no, I have no idea with some speaking.
You have to build it up, Jenna. If you want to get good marks, you didn't complete the other parts. Like you should have described some weather or culture. If you have done food, that's fine. Pizza
Uh-huh.
or any other information.
Oh, the weather was
You did the
good.
most. You did the most, and you speak 1 minute 56 seconds. I was expecting if you could
Mm-hmm.
speak 10 seconds more, would be great. So if you could bring these two questions, like, oh, the weather was amazing in New York when I went to have the pizza. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
make it up. IELTS speaking is nothing but making up story. Nobody's going to
Mm-hmm.
find out whether you're telling truth or not. Okay, the only
But
thing is that,
that's hard thing.
yeah, remember, it's
Making the story.
no, not hard for you. You
No,
you you,
that's hard.
you should believe in yourself that you can be doing better than what you're doing.
Like believing I'm liar.
No, believing that you're creating sentences, you're making up stories, you're
Okay.
writing stories. Say,
Okay. Writing stories.
you know that once upon a time we used to read stories like this. Long, long time ago, there is a king
Yeah.
who had 7 queens, but the only problem that the king didn't have any children, so he was very sad and upset. So one day he
Yeah.
thought and decided to go for hunting. Look, this is
Wow.
the story. Sometimes, in our classes, we bring
Mm-hmm.
topics like this to tell an imaginary story. You have to continue. You cannot stop it. Rule number one, you have to
Mm-hmm.
continue the story. Rule number two, you have to create your own words, own sentences, own
Mm-hmm.
vocabularies, own thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
So this was one of the lessons I took. It was last year, and all of them are amazing. They started, yeah. The king went to the jungle and he was trying to hunt a tiger.
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly, he saw a beautiful omen was coming. Look, someone is saying like this. You can only change the direction of the story in a different way. Then,
Mm-hmm.
now the problem is there is a tiger in front of him, a beautiful omen. What is he going to do? Now, someone stopped there. So it is difficult for the next person to continue the story. This is the thing, when you are
Wow.
creating a sentence, an imaginary scenario, you're
Mm-hmm.
just really picturing it. You're just like in drawing it. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
this is the quality, this is your quality, that you can take the
Mm-hmm.
story in a positive way
Mm-hmm.
or in a negative way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now look at the
Okay.
next student. What the next student did, the next student said, now it is a dilemma. What he's going to do, he's going to save himself or the omen from the tiger, or he is going to run
Oh.
away. So he decided quickly, in the twinkling of an eye, he thought that he could carry the omen and climb up the tree. Just
Ooh.
look. So this is how the story went. So he took the woman,
Ooh.
he grabbed her in her one hand. He was a strong king, and he climbed up the tree and waiting in the branch until the tiger is gone.
Wow.
Okay, look at the story parts.
Very strong king.
Yes, but it is just the imaginary, concept.
Yeah.
Then someone finished that, and afterward, next person started. Next
Mm-hmm.
person is saying the tiger is waiting for them for 2 hours because they know that the king will be tired and they're
Mm-hmm.
coming down. But anyway, tiger was wrong. Tiger went away because he was hungry. He needed to get food.
Mm-hmm.
So when the king found that the tiger was gone, he just climbed down from the tree and asking the beautiful woman who she was and what she was doing. Hey, what's your name? What are you doing here in the jungle? Look, stories. Similarly, when you're speaking about any IELTS task one, especially task two and task three, Sometimes you have to be, creative in thinking, but in a logical way.
Okay.
Remember that. If you don't say something logical way, the examiner will be able to understand. And do not memorize anything.
Okay.
Examiner will understand straight away that, oh, you have memorized these things from somewhere. You have copied it from somewhere. Okay. Okay. So to give feedback, I have written some words. You have used family. That's really an amazing word to use always. And also, you went to the museum, the American Museum, when you read the slave story. You showed your sympathy. That's amazing. And you had the pizza. That's cool. You had fun time. That's cool. Those are lovely words. You have used a lot of fun. Remember, a lot of is
Yeah.
used in spoken English. That's fine, but do not use it in written English because it is an
Okay.
informal word. A lot of is informal word, or lots of, similarly, or
Okay.
tons of. These are all informal words. This can be used only in spoken English. That is acceptable. But in written English, you have to use many or much, depending on the subject.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. And I'm sure you know how to use many and how to use much. Many is for the countable nouns, and much is for
Countable.
the
Yeah.
uncountable nouns. All right, well done. Okay,
Thank
I would
you.
be more happy if you could talk 15 seconds more. Just Jenna, just think it up. Just bring some more words, some more vocabs. How it can be more expressed in a better way. Remember, there is always a better way to express. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now, if you are going for this, the same question for the task 3, let me ask you, what are the some popular attractions that people like to visit in your country?
In my country, I can say Gyeongbokgung in Korea. Uh, that's the king's house at Joseon Dynasty, like 500 years ago. Uh, we preserved really good, so you can see the king's life and king's house, so you can learn about Korean history in there.
Okay. You have used a word just now.
History.
It's history rather than history.
History.
Yes.
Okay, history.
This proper pronunciation, history. Similarly,
History.
this one, similarly, mystery, not mystery,
Mystery.
but mysterious. Look, English language is a crazy language, but this is mysterious now. Mystery, that is mystery, adjective.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, this is noun, but mysterious is an adjective.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
Mysterious.
Yeah.
History.
And this one, historian now. Historian. The
Historian.
person who knows about history, like, or who is expert in history.
Yeah.
Remember, not history, history. Similarly,
History.
mystery, mysterious, historian.
History. History.
History. Yeah, it's an amazing history of Korea, as you explained. Okay, that's fine. And now, when you're explaining this type of historical uh, place or or a palace, sometimes you need to be clear about mentioning the time if possible. Like the histories from say 14th century, for example, you can say, or maybe the
Okay.
histories from 17th century when people attacked the king.
Ooh.
For example, I'm just giving in an example.
Okay. Okay.
Remember that when you mention history or something from the past, if possible, try to mention the time and date, at least the century or the when it happened approximately.
Okay.
Okay, now well done. Second question: do old people and young people like to go different places for vacation in your country?
Uh, a lot of young people these days wants to go a lot of different places in Korea, but I think uh, old people wants to stay in home and rest because in this situation, COVID-19 is very popular in our country, so they want to keep safe in their for their healthy. So I think young people wants to go another uh, spot to go have fun, but older people wants to keep their health healthy.
Okay. Say there is no COVID, but these old people are interested to go to visit those places.
Mm-hmm.
So, according to you, disclaimer, I'm just mentioning, according to your concept,
Mm-hmm.
how should they make the plans or the travel journey to visit those places?
Uh, how do I make
No,
the plan?
how should they make the plans? You will just
Ah,
you'll just explain under your conceptual expressions. That's why I said according to
mm-hmm,
you, how would they
mm-hmm.
should make a travel journey or plans for the traveling those places?
Okay. Maybe they have to search the spot they want to go, and they have to find their accommodations
Mhm.
to their rest, and uh, after that, they have to find their eating places for their eat.
Mhm.
So, according to that, they have to schedule the places they want to go.
Right. And well done. But you can mention two other things. Remember, do not use maybe because you're giving your opinion. Do not say maybe.
Yeah.
You'll just say it is my opinion. Okay. And I think,
Mm-hmm.
or to the point, I'm thinking, use these types of words in,
Okay.
instead of maybe. Do not use maybe. That's not a
Mm-hmm.
good way to explain, in special in IELTS exam. Okay,
Okay.
you should be definite in your explanation because the
Mm-hmm.
examiner says according to you. So you can say, in my opinion. Then you have said
Mm-hmm.
those two things. Two more things are important. They are financial ability. Remember, that is the important
Oh,
factor
yeah, yeah.
according to their financial ability, and also the weather when they're going. Is it a dry season, rainy season, winter?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing maybe you can consider is the accommodation scenario to the place they like to visit. If it is a more than 1 or 2 days visit,
Yeah.
then they have to stay somewhere else. Okay, could be hotel, bread
Mm-hmm.
and breakfast, and they can check from
Mm-hmm.
the internet, or somebody might be able to help them or take them
Mm-hmm.
because they're old people.
Mm-hmm.
Very good answer. Now, next question would be related question. Uh,
Ooh.
how do you get to know about a new place?
Um, I in my case, I I found from the Instagram. There has a lot of uh beautiful information about the attractions, and many of people don't know about that. Some of not famous spot, but they shows me show me the interesting spot to go. So I usually search from SNS.
Okay. And after getting the information, what do you think? How much authentic they are? How much correct information they are?
Mm, I usually uh, see the comments. So almost 98%, almost 100% is correct for me.
Mhm. Did you mean reviews rather than comment?
Uh,
Reviews, yeah?
yeah,
Mhm.
reviews.
Yeah, reviews are important sometimes. That's great. Well done. And that is the
Ooh.
last question about the
Mhm.
task 3. Remember that, Jana, always be positive. Yeah, sometimes it appears to me that you become, shaky. Don't be shaky. Yeah,
Yeah.
answer it confidently, positively, even if it is wrong. It doesn't matter. That is the reason you're sitting for the exam, and teacher is going to assess your, English.
Okay.
Okay, remember that you need to practice a little bit more, because
Mhm.
especially in task 3, it could be anything. And I had another student before this session who sat for the exam. It's another girl from Korea. Her target is to get 7,
Oh.
minimum 6.5, I think. I'm sorry, it's not
Mhm.
not 7, 6.5, but she got 6. She sat the exam
Mhm.
in I think she said November, but
Mhm.
now she needs to get 6.5 at least to get a scholarship.
Mhm.
And her
Mhm.
speaking is quite good, but what her problem was, I noticed that when she's speaking, some of the words are not clear, jumbled. Jumbled.
Oh.
If
Jumbled.
we call it jumble, man, when you're trying to say one thing and it is
Mhm.
mixed up with the next word. So speaking clearly is
Oh.
very much important. Remember that.
Mhm.
And also, that person is quite confident when the person is answering, but because of the problem of jumbleness, it is sometimes difficult for the examiner, for me as well, what the person is saying.
Mhm.
Okay, so remember to
Mhm.
speak clearly, with clarity, loudly, positively, without being nervous. Okay,
Okay.
so I didn't know that your trial period is finishing today, but if you're interested, Jan, you're more than welcome.
Okay.
And there are 2 more lessons on this week. But if you
Mhm.
want to join only Saturdays, Saturday is 5:30 my time, and next session is like 7 a.m. Okay,
Mhm.
up to March this time will be same, but after March the time
Mhm.
will be also changing, because our clock will be going back
Yeah, yeah.
at the end of March. Okay,
Okay.
and wishing you best luck. Thank you very much. You are an amazing
Thank you.
person, amazing learner. Make sure you
Thank
practice it
you.
more. 1 hour practice here is not enough. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Anything to share before we finish? We have got still 30 seconds.
Thank you for teaching me everything about IELTS.
You're very welcome. Now, my
Uh,
hard work will be successful if you just get a good work, good marks in the exam by
uh,
practicing those techniques.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. You take care.
Okay,
I,
take care.
I hope to see you soon then.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Bye.
Bye bye. Have a good